last time. Started talking away and then looked down and went, yep, cut out again. Yeah, it's this area. I don't know what it is. Whoops. Whoops. That's my battery pack. That area just here, it cuts out. So I'm on 5G now. So I'm at the shipwreck, guys. This is the Hmqs Gayundah. Hey, Mike. Yes, I was talking to myself again, as per usual. Nothing new. So obviously that area there just cuts out all the time. I mean, not all the time, most times. Let's go with that, most times. So yeah, look at the boot. It's like a skeleton, hey? It really is. It's like bones down there. Oh, man. So, Mike, am I here? Can you see me? Am I really here? Can you touch the screen? Am I here? I'm like paranoid because it actually, the 5G is going up and down, up and down. All right, well, oh, so I'm there. The beeping, that's the, they're building this high rise here. So there's a backhoe there. So yeah, construction site basically. We'll move away from here. Anyway, that's the boat. Okay, goodo. Just bear with me and the sound will drop. That sound will go soon. It's a massive big development they're doing there. Alison! How you going, mate? So Alison, you're still on holidays, right? You're still on your vacation? In your lake? I really want to see this lake walk. Wouldn't it be cool if you're walking along the lake while I walk along my water? That'd be so cool. Hey, Uncle Fred. We're at Woody Point in southeast Queensland in Australia. So we're just going to walk down to the Woody Point jetty. Where are you from, Uncle Fred? So my friend living life after 55 is my friend Alison. She is in upper Wisconsin. How do I say that? Wisconsin. That's it, eh? Wisconsin. She's in upper Wisconsin on vacation. Now, she spent a lot of time there in her younger years, so she's going back to a lot of memories and she's having fun with old school friends and old friends in general. So she's living her best life up there. Uncle Fred, I'm not in California, but are you in California? Uncle Fred, you turned 55 in October, okay? You are a Gen Z. Well, welcome. My name's Dora. Hey, g'day, mate. I have a bit of an accent and I like to put it on a little bit more sometimes when I'm showing my face, just to be very ocky. Like, g'day, mate. How you doing, buddy? I don't really speak like that, but, you know, I just like to be funny because, you know, why be serious, guys? I don't like to be serious. I mean, you know, with our jobs, yes, got to be serious. Taxes, all those things. So you still have some older apartments here. One of my school friends lives in those apartments. My mate Jace. Then you got some new houses next to it. Actually, these guys have got chickens. Let's see if we can see the chickens. Let's look into their yard and you can see their chickens. Oh, they've got rid of the chickens. Oh no, they had some chickens in here. Damn it. Oh well, they got rid of their chickens. So I've got some chickens in my backyard. That's why I was just curious to see their chickens. This is the new development that's just opened up called Aqua Woody Point. So each level is someone's house. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. Yep, 6 levels. So that's just a new development that's just opened up. So a lot of them are for sale now. I think some people have moved in. Yeah, someone's living down here. Someone's up there already, got some flowers up there. Yeah, they'd have some nice views up there. And then this is another new development that's just literally opened up too, this one here. So where I live, it's fast becoming apartment city. I live in a house. I'm lucky to live in a house. I live in the middle of Redcliffe, like about 5 minutes away from the beach I go to. But so we're walking down to Woody Point. So they've got a pool here. So to get the morning sun, that'd be nice for a morning lap in the pool. So it's called Arilla. Final residents now selling Arilla. So I'll show you the pictures, the specs, because like I'm now a real estate agent. Bell's property. If you open the windows up, you have all this view. Imagine having your coffee here, sitting here, looking out at the view. You probably wouldn't see sunrise, but maybe out that window you'd see sunrise. Beautiful chairs. I mean, you've got to buy your own furniture, guys. But this is your blank canvas. You can put anything you want there. Imagine that, sitting out on the deck with your friends, lunch out here, dinner out there with the friends. 3 beds, 3.5 bathrooms, 2 car parks, 271 square metres. So it's not a huge apartment, but, that's pretty, actually 3 bedrooms. That's pretty decent, really, to be honest, actually. Shit, yeah, it's decent. You got a pub across the road, guys. Am I selling the dream? You got a pub across the road. You have, this is kind of a bay down here. And you got a jetty. I'll show you the jetty, okay, when we go around the corner. You've got a really cool fish and chip shop called Seatown. And then around the corner of that, you've got a little cafe. Oops. This is another big apartment block, Point Plaza. So you can either go have lunch down here, Seafood Town. They've got some nice fresh fish you can get here too. But obviously they cook it all for you too. You can get oysters and, fresh fish. Pretty popular. And they actually sell alcohol too, just saying. So you can sit here and have a cheeky wine or beer with your lunch, or you can actually go to the pub. The Belvedere pub, that's a pretty big one. And then you've got a little cafe here called Cafe 389. So a lot of people go there, all the bikers go there. And then we have a jetty over here. We're going straight over to have a glass of water though, guys. Well, not a glass, a sip of water. Hey, Paul. Guess what happened? This is my second live of the day, Paul. I turned off all the apps. I have reset my screensaver so that it doesn't time out. I have... What else have I done? A few things. But I believe it cuts out the top there because it does normally cut out. I've just got lucky the last couple of times I've walked through. And it's always going to cut out. So anyway, I just need to know that. So I'll just wait for these guys. How's your weather down there, Paul, today, this morning? Look at our weather. It's so amazing up here today, Paul. So Paul D. Australia is from Victoria, guys. He is from the bottom of Victoria, bottom of Australia. So I don't know if you know the country of Australia. This is just say pretend it's a round country of Australia. I'm on the east coast here, right there. Cairns is up here, the Great Barrier Reef. I'm here. Sydney's here. Paul's right down here. He's down there. I'm waving at you, Paul. Hi, Paul. How you going? So, yeah, this is the bay. Oh, I wonder what these guys are going to be looking for. Hi, guys. What are you looking for? Worms. So going fishing, are you?
Hope to.
You going fishing? Okay.
On the number of worms we got, we're not going anywhere.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going over for a coffee before waiting for the tide to come in.
Okay. Are you going to go fishing on the jetty?
No, we're going over.
Oh, even better. Well, even if you don't get any fish, I'm sure you'll have a good day.
Yeah, we've got a few with us. I don't think this is not
It's not a good day. But you're on the water with your friends.
good. No, we'll be on the beach, in the surf.
Oh, enjoy.
It'll be good, yeah.
Oh, enjoy, guys.
We will.
So those guys are going out in their boat today. They're going to go to the island of Moreton Island, which I pointed out on my last live. Go them. Anyway, now we can get some water, guys. So, Alison, do you want to move in? We could have a girls' house. Can you imagine us, the little community that we have, having a girls' trip? Oh my gosh, it would be very funny. Yeah, so Uncle Fred. You're about to turn 55. You're from California, is that right? Oh, Paul, you're 9 degrees there and sunny. Oof. Hey, Kelly, yes, I'm back again. Or you're back again. I dropped out for a while, Kelly. The usual culprit place I dropped out. So, as I said to guys, it's a public holiday in Brisbane. So there's a lot of bike riders out today, which is great to see. It's a pretty popular place to go riding because it's quite flat. And this is the Woody Point Jetty. So there'll be a few people out here fishing. Let's see if we can see anyone catching fish, hey? So Paul, I don't know if you've met teacher Kelly. So Kelly is from the east coast of America. She's a special education teacher. And her channel's about giving us knowledge about being a school teacher, and one of her videos I watched was telling you about Down syndrome. So I sometimes tell you a little bit about like what I do for a living, that I actually work with people with disabilities, young adults, and I don't specifically know all the ins and outs about every disability. I don't need to particularly, but I work with young adults, and I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, Kelly, though I actually I help motivate them to want to work. So in my last live, I was kind of rambling on about how in Australia you can get money from the government if you have a recognised or proved disability. I mean, you go through a lot of papers and you've got to jump many ropes, and yeah, it's not easy to be verified, because obviously there's a lot of people that do lie and want to get money from the government. But then there's a lot of people that are generally worthy of getting a disability payment and they actually can't get one. A good girlfriend of mine, she ended up in a car accident and it really hurt her brain. So, whiplash is a big deal, because that's why they say you should wear your seatbelt. But even wearing a seatbelt, you can get whiplash. And if you're traveling and you get hit, your brain gets like thrown around in your skull. That does something to it. So that actually ruined my friend. She had a lot of issues with memory, short-term memory. So she couldn't hold a job. It was really hard for her. So it's a big deal. And she ended up, well, this wasn't from the accident, but she ended up with, she used to be on dialysis, that's right, dialysis. Morning. She was on dialysis every day, or every second day she had to have dialysis. And she decided after 10 years of being on dialysis that she had enough. And she died. But through that period when she was on dialysis, every 2 days she'd have to go be hooked up to a machine. So she couldn't get a job. But in Australia, to get money from the government, you actually have to be either on a pension, aged care pension or a disability pension, or a sickness benefit, or you actually have to go physically look for work and prove it. And she couldn't prove that she could go look for work, so she was struggling to get her payments from Social Security here. She applied for the disability pension, it got rejected. And because of her car accident and her short-term memory, she really had struggled to piece it all together. So I actually had to take her one day to Social Security and talk to them and find out what the next steps were. And yeah, somehow it just miraculously helped. And she was finally put on a pension. But, then she lasted only about another 4 or 5 years and she died, unfortunately. But so as I said, it's not easy to be on a pension. And it's a lot of money that the government put out. So that's why the government enlists people like myself to help give these young people that have disabilities they were born with, that are easily verified, try to help them get jobs. Because, getting a job can give you, it's not just about money, guys. It's more about a feeling of belonging. So guys, if I zoom in here, that's Brisbane over there. That's Brisbane City. I don't know if you can see that, guys. There's a few towers you can see. Doesn't look very big from here, but that's Brisbane City. Yeah, so it's People's Day, yeah. So yeah, Brisbane City, the Brisbane area have a day off today. So that's why there's lots of people bike riding and more people fishing than normal. Oh, you'll find people fishing here most days, like retired guys will always come out here, or tourists, because yeah, it's quite a popular place to go fishing. As you see, someone's left their bait. It could be that guy's there actually. And you'll find a lot of seagulls around here because they're waiting to get bait. Oh, so that bird's got down and got some fish. What a beautiful day. Honestly, it's gorgeous. Hey, Miss Gina. So, Heartly Happy is Miss Gina from Georgia. Oh, and there's Heather. Heather, you need to tell me quickly, where'd you go today with your family? What activity did you do? Because you mentioned you just left us hanging saying that you went on an adventure today, and you're like, you live in Ireland. I need to know your adventure. Because, we're living vicariously through your adventure right now. Oh, Gina, don't worry, because my live actually dropped out. So I'm back with the second live this morning. Because, yeah. And look, Paul, I think I have done all the steps now. Like I mentioned to you, I've closed all the apps down. I have restarted the phone. I have updated the apps. I don't have a VPN. I've done all the things. And I do think that I might have minimised most of them. My next thing to try is when I put the phone down. So the last time I did this, I put the phone down when I went to the bathroom and it cut off. And I believe the reason for that was because I hadn't touched my phone. And by the time I put the phone down, the phone had clocked up to 5 minutes. Not that I was on the toilet for 5 minutes, but I hadn't touched my phone for 5 minutes while the phone was lying down. and that signed the phone to that told the phone that I was like not using it, so it switched it off. So that's why I think it switches off when I lie down, like lie the phone down. So now that I've turned the actual screensaver off, so it'd be rude not to test the theory, right? And I know you guys are probably like, oh man, Dora, do you have to test it again? Because like, then you're going to go, it'll get disconnected, and then you'll do another live, and then it's just getting a bit excessive, Dora. Probably won't come back for another live, okay? But look at this, guys. This is the seagrass, and this is the grass that the dugongs eat. So I don't know if you guys know what a dugong is. A dugong, we call them a sea cow. They look like a funny looking dolphin that's eaten a lot of food, and looks like a cow, but it swims. I've actually never seen one in the wild. In like Mexico, I've seen them. They call them, what do they call them? Not mantaros, oh my gosh, it starts with M. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't say it. There's another word for them in like North America. They're very similar. Mantinis? No, Nartini. Oh my gosh, I've lost it. No, Gina, I don't go live every day. In July, I was just testing out a theory, and I will do a video. Actually, I might do it today, I might do a video today, and I'll tell you about my findings about doing a live. So, Miss Gina, you're doing a lot of lives. I feel personally there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. So I wanted to share them. And what I've found from doing the lives. Manta rays. No, mantinis? Oh my God, I'm cross-eyed. Manta rays. No, mantari. How do I say that? Mantini? Mantini? Yeah, it's something like that, but I don't think it's mantini. It's something else. Mantari? Still doesn't sound right. It's not manta rays. Something like, anyway, start like that. So Miss Gina, yeah, so I'm going to do a live because I've actually really enjoyed, also I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it, right, guys? But I started doing these lives. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm not going to share it. You guys will have to watch the video I do. And I can't tell you when that's going to be out because at the moment I have, on my iMovie, I have about 4 videos I'm editing. Don't ask me why. You should just do one at a time. I can hear Paul going, oh, Dora, just do one video at a time, Dora. It's not that hard. You don't understand. My brain works in a completely different way. I'm chaotic. I'm a chaotic hot mess, right? And I'm okay with that, guys. I haven't done a video in probably about a month because I have been doing lives, but I've also been quite busy, guys. You've seen me. I've been doing my big walk. And yeah, just been busy being busy, guys. So anyway, I'm showing you the seagrass for a reason because see on top, see the grass on top there? That floats in onto the water, into the beachfront, which is cool. So Moreton Bay has lots of this seagrass. Now guys, on the other side, like where am I? So if we go around the peninsula on the other side, there's a passage called Bribie Island Passage. There's an island over there called Bribie Island. But there's passage in between that, like this bay, and it's called Bribie Island Passage. That is where there's a very high chance I could see a dugong. And I just have to hire one of those, have you heard of the barbecue boats? You don't actually need a license, like a boat license. They just kind of teach you how to use it. And on the boat you have a little barbecue and there's like a roof over it. So it's quite nice. So I really want to hire one of them one day and just go sit there and anchor and just watch the water because that's where you probably more than likely see a dugong. And I think you guys know I'm obsessed with animals, wild animals, not caged animals. Not much of a fan of zoos. I feel sorry for animals that are caged up. I haven't shared with an experience, but everyone's probably heard of the Australia Zoo. It's a pretty famous zoo that Steve Irwin owns. You know, the guy that says, crikey, Sheila, she's beautiful. Anyway, Steve Irwin's no longer with us, but his family still own the zoo. I haven't been there for many years. I probably haven't been there since Steve Irwin passed away because the zoo has changed completely. His wife is American, and she's probably taken it in a completely different way that probably Steve wanted it to go. So currently, Bindi Irwin, which is the daughter, she is the CEO of the company, the whole thing. And the son, Robert, is also involved. And they've obviously, look, they're there to make money, of course. I mean, who's going to own a zoo and not make money? I get that. But, for example, it used to be a very Australian kind of sanctuary. Like, they would save animals and they'd bring them to the sanctuary and they would fix them. And, like, especially crocodiles. So the Australia Zoo actually started off being not a zoo, it was a sanctuary. And it was owned by Steve Irwin's dad, called Bob, and his wife. And they used to save animals like crocodiles that were basically, causing trouble up north. They would bring them down and put them in pools and try to fix them. And but obviously some animals can't be taken back into the wild just because of different reasons, or they were going to be shot, so they would keep them so they weren't shot. So Steve Irwin's dad was a very big advocate for animal protection and animals being out in the wild. They would protect them as much as they can, and if they could get them back out to the wild, they would. But if they can't, because there's certain things that with animals that, like if they're really ferocious or something like that, they can't put them back out there for different reasons. Or so apparently, especially koalas, if the mum's been killed and the baby had some issues, like chlamydia is chlamydia we know of obviously is a sexually transmitted disease, but in koalas it's actually ripe. It's all through koalas, and once they get chlamydia, they have to get like some kind of shot, and they can't actually be put out back into the wild. So it's really sad. So they have to be put somewhere. You're not going to kill a poor koala. It's really sad. So they have to be put somewhere. So that's why he used to have a sanctuary. So that's what the zoo started with. It was a sanctuary. Then they changed the name to Australia Zoo. Now, flashback, it's probably been open now for 30, 40 years. Now, you can find African animals there. They have an African section. They have an Asian section. So they've got like Sumatran tigers. They've got African elephants. So these are obviously not animals that have been saved in Australia. So anyway, that's enough I want to say about that, guys. I'm a bit staunch about this kind of thing. I did actually go there with a client at the start of the year. I really didn't want to go, but it was part of my job that day. And to be honest, I was curious about what the zoo was like, because I have a girlfriend that has a pass, and we have a bit of a debate about it. And she's like, no. She said, it's actually a really great place. There's a lot of education. They're trying to educate you about animals. And I say, well, then why are they educating us about African animals? We're not in Africa. Africa's over in Africa, And they're like, yeah, but not. The point she's that not everyone's going to ever get to Africa. And that's a point, right? Africa's a far, far, far away. There's not too many of us that are going to ever go and see an African, elephant in the wild, right? So she said, well, isn't it nice that we could go to a zoo and see an African animal in a zoo? And I'm like, I guess, yeah, I get that point. She's also a solicitor, so she's very, very good at debating. So she might have won me on that one. But I went there and I'm going to be honest, I didn't love it. But yeah, there's another video I'll make one day. Oh, there's a lot of videos I'll make one day. It's very sad what happened to Steve Irwin. So guys, I actually don't need to go to the toilet. I was going to test the theory about, going to the toilet. But then, depends on where I walk to until I don't know, because it's a day off for me, guys. In between when my phone disconnected, I actually talked to my client that I would be working with today, and he confirmed that he's still sick. So that means I get a day off today. So I have no set plan, which is nice. So I could walk, yeah, I mean, I could walk anywhere. I mean, I've got my battery pack charged. I've actually got it plugged in right now. I'm going to disconnect that actually, guys. So there's my battery pack, Paul. So Paul D Australia has reminded me that I should probably carry a charger. And this is a really good one because it's only lightweight and it's got its little, oh, I'm actually completely flat now. So that's good to know that I've charged it and I've used it all up. But I can just pull this out. Hold on here. And that's my charger. Now, I'm not selling anything, guys, but I love this charger because it's so flat. And then if I had the older iPhone, it has that one. So basically, with this phone, you can charge anything, really. And then I just put it in my pocket, literally, in my pocket that I have somewhere here. All right. So, guys, what are we doing today? I don't know. So, these are the options, guys. We can walk down to, there's a big building apartment down there. We could walk down there. If we walk down there and then back to the car, that'll be 10 kilometres. Paul, yes, I am doing a live with Miss Paula. Sorry, Miss Kathleen. She hasn't. Oh, well, I'll talk to her about that today. I don't know. Maybe she's planning to do that closer to the time. I'm not sure. But yeah, we are doing a live. It'll actually be 11 o'clock my time, Paul. So you're probably going to be out and about walking, or maybe you just come back. So that'll be 7 o'clock in Northern Hemisphere, around 7 o'clock, depending on where you live. It's Canada time. But it depends on where you live in Canada, I guess. And then it'll be 11 o'clock here in Brisbane time on Saturday morning. So, yeah, it's going to be on Kathleen's channel. So, but you'll see when it goes live, you'll see that, you know, Dora's live, but it'll be just coming from her channel, but it'll come on my channel so that my subscribers can see that I'm live, but it won't be saved on my channel. Anyway, guys, so this is like a choose your own adventure day for me. What are we going to do, guys? We could go and get a juice. There's a juice bar kind of over there. We could go there, have a swing. There's a swing over there and walk back. We could go have breakfast at the Belvedere Hotel. There's a place there called Butcher Baker's Candle. No, what's it say? Butcher Baker Coffee Maker, like the Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker. There's a cafe there. It's really good. I don't really feel that hungry yet because I've just drank that water. So before I left my walk, I had 2 spoons of cottage cheese for protein, and then I had my green juice with collagen powder. So I'm still kind of feeling pretty full. So I don't really feel like I need some breakfast right this minute. See you, Heather. You'll watch on your walk, Paul. Oh, okay. So you'll listen to Radio Dora and Kathleen. Mike does that sometimes when he's fishing. Okay, guys, I love these kind of days. They're like completely free, no plans. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Lavender gave me a suggestion. So Paul, Lavender was on. I don't know, you were lurking in the back one, the last live. So Lavender said she's not been feeling she's been a bit down. So I guess that's not saying that the news from the doctor's not been great. So that's why she's been a bit down. But she didn't elaborate, so I didn't really push. But I do hope she's okay. But she gave me a suggestion. She said, you should go swimming. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could go swimming. So in my car, I carry everything, right? From hiking sticks to picnic blankets to picnic plates and wine glasses, literally, right? And I also do have my swimming togs in the car. I could go swimming. You know what? I'm going to go swimming. So anyway, we're going back. And will it cut out? You know what, guys? Let's do something completely different. Let's go up another street. Let's go the back streets. Let's go look at some houses. So that way we probably lack the chance of dropping out, because where that big crane is, that's where it drops out. So if we go around this way, Paul's like, oh, here we go, Dora. Well, it could work, Paul. It could work. Now, do I need to go to the toilet? There is a toilet here. You know what, guys? I'm going to the toilet. So yeah, let's see this, test this theory out. If it cuts out, let's see what happens. Crap, did I not turn the phone off on silent?
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay, it wasn't just me in the toilet, there was someone else next to me. I just figured that out, sorry. It's really bad. It wasn't just me on the toilet. I was sitting there, I checked and I thought, yeah, I did touch it. And then I was sitting there going, and then someone else next to me was weeing, so I thought, okay, I'm just going to wee anyway.
Should be right to jump down. Oh, it'll charge a little bit, and drive around, stop.
we, Paul, we don't need to talk about that again. All right, let's test a theory out. Okay, so up there is the cranes. So we're going to keep on walking this way. Actually, we'll walk across here first, sorry.
Never went back for a burger.
No.
Why not?
He didn't go back for the
Presentation.
Okay, so we're not going to go up there because that takes us straight up to that shipwreck. We've got full 5G here. So I figure if we go up a couple of streets, we might actually miss All right. So while we're here, let's look a bit of property. So we have, oh, this is interesting. This is a flat, 8 flats. I think that's what it means, 8. Oh, maybe there's 4 flats with 2 bedrooms, 4 baths, 4 cars. Okay, okay, that's interesting. Smart investment. Bayside's, yeah, so there's flats. They're 2-bedroom flats. There's 4 of them to sell. That'd be a good buy. They don't tell you the prices, of course. Nothing ever mentions prices anymore because everything's so expensive. Mike. My friends live there. I haven't seen them for a long time, but they used to own this property next door, and they moved the house from there to here, and they've actually made that house really beautiful. So that house used to be the top level. They've lifted it up and then built underneath it. It looks great, actually. Really good. Good morning. Okay, so guys, we're going off the track. This is different off tracking than hiking. We're trying to not. Well, we went up there. No, we're still going to go one more street, guys. Maybe even 2 more streets. So this is a pretty busy street here. This is Oxley Avenue. And then you've got the Croquet Club. So I actually think croquet would be a fun game. Has anyone played croquet before? Oh, I was about to say, I haven't seen many women play it, but there's actually a lady over there. There's 2 ladies. Oh, go the ladies. Okay, let's watch. Let's zoom in. Doink. Is he going to hit it? No, he missed I don't know the rules. Yeah, you're talking about the cloud. It looks like it's a very weird cloud, isn't it? That one looks like it's been lifted and raised up too. These cute little houses. So when you get to walk past houses, you get to see them in a different light. Like I drive past there, I've actually never noticed that's a cute little house. El Bruck. I wonder what that means. That's a new house. Selling if you would like to buy the house with the red door. Some flats. There's a lot of apartments now in this little peninsula of Redcliffe. Oh, now that's a cool, look at that. It's a 4-wheel drive hilltop caravan. That looks awesome. Wow, imagine that. It's a good size too, it's only little. Wow. Hey Deb, I'm back, mate. Sorry Deb, it cut out before. The usual culprit place. So I'm walking back a different way. I will go back to the beach soon, but we're just walking a different way so that we don't run the risk of getting cut off. Now, we could go up that way, but we're going to go to the next street. One more street over, guys. And yeah, it's always good to look at other houses. Okay, so this house is for sale. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2 car parks, 3 levels, light filled, luxury living with game room. Oh, game room, hey? Multi-living plus cinema room with Hmqs sound. So it must be some kind of sound, really cool sound system. Full smart wiring throughout the house, managed by iPads. Can I just say that would be a nightmare? Designer kitchen, premium appliances, stone top. Okay, that's pretty high tech, this house. So I'm going to tell you why I don't love all those wirings, like how they put everything on iPads. Because I looked after, I did a house sit. A friend of mine has a massive mansion just down over here on the beachfront, and I thought, oh, cool. And it was like, it's a McMansion, literally. And she gave me this iPad. She goes, everything's controlled on this iPad. You can do everything on it. Like, you can turn all the lights, the aircon, the music. I thought, oh, yeah, this is cool. Turn the DVDs on, everything, you know? Anyway, so she gave me a bit of a, instruction. And she's like, oh, it's not that hard. You know, you'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Do you like some shoes? There's some shoes, guys. Ah, quirky support systems. Interesting, guys. So these are guys that disability support people. Can't actually look in now. Oh no, they've got offices there. Oh, that's their offices. Oh, interesting. I'm just sticking my nose in. One of my friends works for them actually. Anyway, what am I saying? Well, what was I saying, guys? Yes, the meteor shower. We should have been watching that last night in Australia because that was last night, wasn't it? All right, guys, are we going to go up the street? Yeah, let's go up the street. Why not? So, Paul, did you know much about the meteor shower? Like, I did know it was on last night, but like, we live in suburbia, so like, the likelihood of seeing anything. I should have went to my mum's last night, really. Oh, this is an interesting house, guys. They've got a bit like a cage at the front of it. That's really weird. Yeah, interesting. It's very interesting watching people's the designs of their houses. I think I've mentioned to you before in these lives that if I had my time over, it would be really cool to be an architect. Like, look at that cute house. I mean, that is really cute. I love the colour, the blue. There's a lot of kind of like character in that house. And then, I mean, that's a modern house, but they've made it look like not so brick and, it's more into the landscape, I think. Look at this. That is cool. Look at the little attic windows. Imagine living up in a little attic. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look in the attic window. It's a bit sunny. Yeah, you definitely need less clouds for the meteor shower. That's pretty cool. That's a very cute house. Oh, how nice to have a little cup of tea under the umbrella. Then you've got this kind of super modern house that's just been built here. Looks like they're apartments too. Oh, I like the, see how the what do you call it, the brickwork or the rock work? That's really cool. And then you've got, that doesn't look like wood, does it? It's not wood. Oh, let's look a little bit closer. Is it wood or is it steel? Oh yeah, it's aluminium. Okay, aluminium. Yeah, that looks kind of different there. But they're apartment blocks. Looks like a sandstone look. I like the sandstone. It looks really cool actually. Yeah, they look quite nice, don't they? From this way, it's not so nice, but anyway. And then you've got these new apartments again built here. So if you're getting a vibe that Redcliffe is like basically just like development after development, you'd probably be correct. There's a lot of development in Redcliffe. You used to be able to get, I think when I first moved out of home, We were paying about $120 rent, like sharing with other people in the house. Like, it wasn't very expensive. Actually, to be honest, it probably was less than that. Maybe it was $120 including electricity and stuff. Okay, so guys, we are on 1 bar of 5G at this point right this minute. So let's see what happens. Playing a little bit of Russian roulette. Annie Street. She's a real estate agent. So real estate agents there's many real estate agents in Redcliffe. And it's unfortunate because there's so many that I guess, there's only a few of them making the money. Well, that looks... What do you think of that, guys? I mean, can't really see that very well, can you? You can only see this side well because of the sun. Okay, so we've got 3 bars of 5G now. So I think we didn't cut out, which is good, I think. Now I'll start looking down at my phone later on and everyone's like, oh, she's gone. She'll be just talking to herself, which is pretty unusual. Okay, here's a cute little cabin. Little cabin-y kind of house here. I love the old houses. I think they're like so quaint. Look at that little house. Oh, you can't see that, guys. The clouds. It's too shiny. Oh, just let me tell you that it's really cute. Really cute. All right. Which boat? The shipwreck? The shipwreck is that way. And then if we go this way, we'll go past that boat. So, Mike, we did see the boat again. There's a guy helping him. There's a homeless group in. They've actually sent over a guy just helping him like take off some of the, things of value that he can scrap. And because there's not so many people on the live at the moment, I can probably talk a little bit more about it. So the guy's not doing well. I suspected that he might have some mental health issues because you know how I told you on one of my lives that I sent my partner down to help him like with some tools to help start taking stuff off because like it's a big deal, like that boat, you've got to get rid of it. Like if you don't get rid of it, you will get a big fine by the government. The council will sue you and they'll take it away and they'll charge you top dollar. When I sent my partner down, he really wasn't being proactive. He was kind of like la-di-da-da-da kind of thing, and he was being quite chirpy. And I helped him. Ben's my partner, right? So Diego is his nickname, right? So Ben and I walked down the beach and picked up a lot of his clothes that was like on the beach full of sand. And I got one of my bags out of my car and, just filled up all his clothes off the beach and brought them back to him. And he said that, someone offered to take him to a laundromat and clean his clothes. How gorgeous is this, guys? Oh, this is such a beautiful day, guys. Someone has brought a caravan